Hey guys, happy Thursday. Go ahead and get your math notebook. And today's date is January 14th. Label at the top. If your notebook is filled, ladies and gentlemen, you need to ask moms and dads, grandmas and grandpas, whoever you guys have at home with you about getting another notebook. Okay, we need to have those. Let's review some fractions and what we have learned. What kind of fraction is this called? Sophia? A proper fraction. What is this called right here? This 2. Megan? A numerator. What is this called right here? Kara? Denominator. What is this bar right here called? Mimi? A fraction bar. What is this one called? Aiden? A slash, but it's still a fraction bar. Good, just because it goes slanted. What kind of fraction is this one called? Justice? Improper fraction. What about this one? Raina? Mixed number. Very nice. And yesterday we learned how to go back and forth between our mixed number and our improper fraction. Okay? And that was a good skill to learn because that's going to help us in adding our mixed numbers now. All right? So I have a video up here for you guys to watch. Lights, please.
Hi, I'm Rob. Welcome to Math Antics. In this lesson, we're going to learn how to add mixed numbers. If you're not quite sure what mixed numbers are, then you should definitely watch our video called Mixed Numbers first. As you remember, a mixed number is a combination or sum of a whole number and a proper fraction. For this lesson, it's going to be important to remember that even though the plus symbol isn't usually shown between those two parts of a mixed number, they're being added together. 3 1/4 means 3 plus 1/4. 2 5/8 means 2 plus 5/8. And here's why that's so important to remember. Let's say you're given a problem where you need to add the whole number 2 to the mixed number 3 1/4. If you know that 3 1/4 is the same as 3 plus 1/4, then you can see that the problem is really 2 plus 3 plus 1/4. Well, that's easy. All you have to do is add the 2 and the 3 to get 5, and you'll have 5 plus 1/4, which is the mixed number 5 1/4. So if you need to add a whole number to a mixed number, you can just add the whole number parts and you're done. Okay, but what if you need to add a mixed number to a fraction, like in the problem 1 3/8 plus 1/8? Again, if you remember that 1 3/8 means 1 plus 3/8, then you can see that this problem is really 1 plus 3/8 plus 1/8. That looks pretty easy also. 3/8 and 1/8 are what we call like fractions. They have the same denominator and can be added easily. 3/8 plus 1/8 equals 4/8. So our answer is simply the mixed number 1 4/8. Oh, but you might notice the fraction part can be simplified. 4/8 simplifies to 1/2. So we should write our answer as 1 1/2 instead. It's not mathematically wrong if you don't simplify a fraction, but teachers and tests usually require you to simplify whenever you can.
Yes.
So it's a good habit to get into. Notice that in each of those examples, we just added whole numbers to whole numbers and fractions to fractions. And it works the same way when adding a mixed number to a mixed number, like 2 1/5 plus 4 2/5. Again, let's show our mixed numbers with the plus signs so we can see the real problem. 2 plus 1/5 plus 4 plus 2/5. Because all of these parts are being added and addition has the commutative property, it really doesn't matter what order we do the addition in. That means we can rearrange this problem to make it simpler. Now we have 2 plus 4 plus 1/5 plus 2/5. Adding the whole numbers is easy. 2 plus 4 equals 6. And adding these like fractions is easy too. 1/5 plus 2/5 equals 3/5. That leaves us with 6 plus 3/5, which is the mixed number 6 3/5. So when you add mixed numbers, you can just add the whole number parts to get the whole number of the answer. And you add the fraction parts to get the fraction part of the answer. That's why in a lot of math books, you'll see the addition of mixed numbers written in a stacked form like this. This is similar to the way you would stack multi-digit numbers up to add them. And it helps you remember that you can add the fraction parts and the whole number parts in two separate columns and write your answer below the answer line just like in multi-digit addition. And do you remember how in multi-digit addition, if a column of digits added up to 10 or more, you had to carry or regroup to the next column? Well, something similar to that can happen when adding mixed numbers. Sometimes adding the fraction parts of two mixed numbers actually affects the whole number part of the answer. To see what I mean by that, let's say you hosted a massive pizza party for all your friends. Hey man, this is a great party. You got some really cool friends. Hey, thanks. You should hang out with us more often. I think you'd really fit in. And after the party ended, you had 1 3/8 cheese pizzas left over and 1 5/8 pepperoni pizzas left over. What's the total amount of leftover pizza? Well, we just need to add those two mixed numbers together. Let's stack them like I just showed you and add them column by column. 3/8 plus 5/8 equals 8/8. And 1 plus 1 equals 2. So the answer is 2 8/8. But do you see what happened? The fraction parts of the two mixed numbers combined to form what I call a whole fraction, 8/8. And we know that 8/8 simplifies to 1. So having 2 plus 8/8 is the same as having 2 plus 1, which is 3. We added two mixed numbers together and ended up with the whole number 3. And our leftover pizza shows us that we got the answer right. Here's another example that shows how the fraction parts can affect the whole number part of the answer when adding mixed numbers. 1 3/7 plus 2 5/7. This time we use the commutative property to rearrange the addition, and then we add the whole number parts, 1 plus 2 equals 3, and then we'll add the fraction parts, 3/7 plus 5/7 equals 8/7. So the answer we get is 3 8/7. But do you notice something funny about the fraction part of that answer? It's an improper fraction, which means that its value is greater than 1. And it's really bad form to leave an improper fraction in a mixed number like this, because as we saw in the last video, the improper fraction itself can be converted into a mixed number. 8/7 contains a whole fraction that we can simplify out of it. It's the same as 7/7 plus 1/7. And since 7/7 equals 1, that gives us the mixed number 1 1/7. So just like in the last example, we can add that extra 1 to the whole number part of our answer, which gives us 4 1/7. That's a much less confusing answer than 3 8/7, which almost sounds like it's less than 4, but it's actually more than 4. Are you getting it so far? Adding mixed numbers is pretty easy when you realize that you can just add the whole number parts and the fraction parts separately, and then just watch for cases where the fraction parts add up to more than 1. But there are cases where adding mixed numbers can get a little bit tougher. All of the examples we've seen so far had fraction parts that were like fractions. But what if you had to add two mixed numbers with unlike fractions, like this problem, 1 1/2 plus 2 1/4? If we rearrange the problem as usual, we see that the whole numbers are still easy to add. 1 plus 2 equals 3. But the fractions have different denominators. We can't add them until we change them so that the bottom numbers are the same. We cover how to change fractions so that they have the same bottom number or a common denominator in other videos that you may want to watch if the steps I'm about to do seem new to you. 4 is a multiple of 2, so 4 is going to be a good choice for a common denominator. To change 1/2 into fourths, we'll multiply it by the whole fraction 2/2. On the top, we have 1 times 2, which is 2. And on the bottom, we have 2 times 2, which is 4, just like we want. So now we have 2/4 plus 1/4, which equals 3/4. That means the answer to this problem is 3 3/4. That wasn't so bad after all. Let's try one more example where we need to change unlike fractions into like fractions in order to add the mixed numbers. 3 2/3 plus 4 3/4. After rearranging the parts, we see that we need to add 3 and 4, which is 7. And we also need to add 2/3 and 3/4. Since these are unlike fractions, we need to change them. 3 and 4 are not multiples of each other, so it looks like using the easiest common denominator will be our best option here. 3 times 4 equals 12, so that will be our new denominator. To convert 2/3, we multiply it by 4/4, which gives us the new equivalent fraction, 8/12. And to convert 3/4, we need to multiply it by 3/3, which gives us the new equivalent fraction, 9/12. Now that we have like fractions, we can add them easily. 8/12 plus 9/12 equals 17/12. And that gives us 7 17/12 as our answer. But once again, the fraction part is improper, so we have to simplify it because its value is greater than 1. 17 over 12 is the same as 12 over 12 plus 5 over 12, which is the mixed number 1 and 5/12. We need to add that 1 to our whole number part. 7 plus 1 equals 8, which means our final answer is 8 and 5/12. All right, that should give you a pretty good idea of how to add mixed numbers. You can add the whole number parts and the fraction part separately, but the fraction part of the answer may affect the whole number part if its value is 1 or greater. And remember, if the fraction parts have different denominators, you'll need to change them to have a common denominator before you can add them. With complicated arithmetic like this, it's important to practice what you've learned so it'll really make sense. So be sure to try some exercise problems on your own. And as always, thanks for watching Math Antics, and I'll see you next time.
Lights, please.
Learn more at mathantics.com.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's do some practice. I have given you 2 sheets on Schoology. Actually, I want to point out to you first. And they will be for you to save on your iPad. They're going to be very useful for you when you do your homework. It's called Adding Mixed Numbers, and this is our help sheet for adding mixed numbers. And there's also one on there for subtracting, which we're going to do tomorrow. All right? So save that to your iPad. It's a great help sheet. Raina, will you turn on the other light too, please? Thank you. I'm going to try on both. All right, we're going to do some practice in our math notebook now. All right, number 1. Let's do 4 1/9 plus 1 1/3. Number 1. All right, let's check my denominators. Do I have like denominators? No. No. So can I leave that? No, I have to fix that right away, right? What is going to be, if you make a list of your multiples, 3 and 9, what's going to be my common denominator? 3, 6, 9. Very nice. And one of those mixed numbers already has a what? 9. So let's rewrite our new fractions here. I've got 4 1/9 is staying the same, plus, I need to change this one to a 9. 3 times what would give me 9?
3.
And when I do the bottom, I have to do the top. So let's rewrite that. I've got 1. 1 times 3 is 3. And 3 times 3 is 9. Now, do I have like denominators?
Yes.
Yes. Now, can I go ahead and add?
Yes.
All right. My whole numbers. 4 plus 1 is?
5.
My numerators. 1 and 3. 4. And my denominator is going to stay the
Same.
which is?
9.
Can I simplify that?
Yes.
No. I cannot simplify that anymore. So that is our final answer for number 1. Not too bad, huh? Not too shabby. All right, number 2. Let's do... Number 2, 6 and 5/12 plus 4 and 5/8. Do I have like denominators?
No.
No. So that's our first issue, right?
Yes.
And when I write down 8 and 12, let's see. 8, 16, 24. Let's stop there. 12.
24.
Oop, did we get one?
Yes.
What is going to be my common denominator?
24.
and gentlemen, if I am writing it up here on the board, you should be writing it in your math notebook, not just sitting and watching me do all the work. All right, I've done 5th grade already, so you need to be an active learner. All right, 12 times what would give me 24? 12 times 2. And when I do the bottom, I also have to do the
Top.
so times 2. And I need this 8 also to be a 24. So 8 times what would give me 24?
3.
When I do the bottom, I have to do that jealous sibling. Let's rewrite my new fractions. So I've got 6. 5 times 2 is? 12 times 12 is?
24.
Plus my whole number of 4. 5 times 3?
15.
And then 8 times 3? Good. Do we have like denominators? Yes. Can I go ahead and add now? Yes. So I've got my whole numbers. 6 and 4, which is 10. I've got my numerators. What is 10 plus 15? 25. And I've got a denominator of, am I done? No? Why am I not done? I have to simplify. What is wrong with this part of this fraction right here in this mixed number? It's improper. So how do I make that improper fraction simplified? We use division. We know fraction is division. So what is 25 divided by 24? 1. With how many left over? Good, because 25 minus 24 is 1. So that 1 becomes our numerator. And my denominator stays the same. So 1 and 24th? I'm done? 1 and 1/24th, I'm done? Oh, I have to add. What do I have to add to it? Well, I have 1 and 1/24th. My 10. Yeah, let's not forget about our original whole number here. So now what's 10 plus 1? And my fraction part of 1 and 24th. So 11 and 1/24th. Very nice. This should be in your math notebook. All right, number 3. Last one together, and then you guys are going to do it on your own. Let's do... Three and 1/6 plus 5 and 2/3. Do I have like denominators? No. So when I list my multiples here for 3 and 6, what's going to be my common denominator? 6. This one already is a 6. So do I need to change anything? This one though, however, is it a 6? No. 3 times what would give me 6?
2.
And that jealous sibling also gets... Let's rewrite our fractions here. I've got 3 and 1/6 plus 5. 2 times 2?
4.
3 times 2?
6.
Very nice. Do I have like denominators now?
Yes.
Yes, so let's go ahead and add my whole numbers. 5 plus 3 is? 8. My numerators, 1 plus 4 is?
5.
And my denominator stays the same of?
6.
Am I done?
Yes.
Yes. Can I simplify that?
No.
Nope, it's already done. All right, here we go. You guys are up. It's your turn. Somebody's got a pencil sharpener there. All right. Number 4. 11 and 1/2 plus 10 and 3/5. I want you to try this one on your own. Number 4. 11 and 1/2 plus 10 and 3/5. You try it on your own. Raise your hand if you're still working. Okay. Raise your hand if you're still working. Okay, I want you to show your answer to a neighbor that's around you and discuss. Let's check. Do I have like denominators? What did you guys find to be the common denominator? 10. So 2 times what would give me 10?
5.
When I do the bottom, I also do the top. Good. 5 times what?
2.
2 would give me 10. Let's rewrite our new fractions. Who was good so far? Good. All right, next part. My whole numbers. What's 11 plus 10?
21.
21. What's 5 plus 6 for my numerators? 11. And my denominator stays the
Same.
Am I done?
No.
No. Did a couple friends get a little stuck on this next part now?
No.
No? You guys were good? All right, so I have 21 and 11 tenths. And we know that this part right here is improper. We can't leave that. But we know how to fix this improper fraction with division, because fractions are division. So 11 divided by 10 is?
1.
1. With how many left over?
1.
1. And your denominator stays the?
Same.
Good. And now I need to add to it my
Mixed number.
my whole number over here, my 21. So 21 plus 1 is?
22.
22, and then my fraction part was
1/10.
1/10. Are we done now? Yep. Nice job, guys. All right, number 5. 2 3/4 plus 7 3/5. You're working on this one on your own, not just sitting waiting for an answer, guys. Everybody is solving this right now in your math notebook. Raise your hand if you're still working. Okay. Raise your hand if you're still working. Okay, share your answer with somebody in your area. Discuss if you got something different, if you got different answers. What did somebody do differently? Help your friends out. Let's check it. Do I have like denominators? No. When you make a list of your multiples, what did you find to be your common denominator? 20. Very nice. So, how do I get a 4 to be a 20? 4 times 5. And a jealous sibling up here.
15.
All right. What about over here? How do I get this 5 to be a 20?
Multiply by 4.
And when I do to the bottom, I also have to do the top. Let's rewrite our new fractions. 3 times 5.
15.
4 times 5. Plus 3 times 4. And then we know we have 20. All right, let's add my whole numbers. 2 plus 7 is 9. What's 15 plus 12 for my numerators?
27.
And my denominator stays the
Same.
which is 20. Am I done?
No.
No. What's wrong here?
Improper fraction.
I have an improper fraction over there. But I know that fraction is division. So I can divide. What is 27 divided by 20? 27 divided by 20, I know, is 1. And then how many left over? 27 minus 20. 7 left over. That 7 becomes our what? Numerator. And my denominator stays the same. But I still now need to add to it my whole number of 9 to give me a final answer. Oh. Sorry. Nope. Don't be confused. I wrote down our denominator incorrectly. There we go. Sorry. All right. When I add now, what is 1 plus 9?
10.
I have my fraction then of 7/20. Can I simplify that anymore? No. We are all done. All right, last one, guys. Number 6. 3 and 8/9 plus 8 and 1/2. Everybody's doing this, guys. I know we're tired. I have lots of friends who keep wanting to sit. We gotta keep going, though. You guys have no language for today. And I know Mrs. Long has less for you. Okay, so work hard for what we do have for you guys today. All right, let's start working through it together. Do I have like denominators? No, so we knew we had to make a list of our multiples. 9, 18, 27, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10.
12, 14, 16, 18.
So what's our common denominator?
18.
18. All right, to get this 9 to be an 18, what do I have to do to it?
Times it by 2.
Times it by 2. And when I do the bottom, I also have to do the
Top.
good. How do I make this 2 into an 18?
Oh, by 9.
And we have our jealous sibling. All right, let's rewrite our fractions. I've got 3. 8 times 2 is 16. 9 times 2 is 18. Plus 1 times 9. And then 2 times 9 is 18. Let's add. What's 3 plus 8?
What? 11. Yeah.
Math facts, guys. My numerator is 16 plus 9.
25.
And my denominator stays the
Same.
Am I done?
No.
No. Can I leave that improper fraction over there?
No.
No. So we need to fix this. So we've got 11 and 25 over 18. So 25 divided by 18. What is 25 divided by 18? 1. With how many left over? 25 minus 18 is 7. And my denominator stays the
Same.
And I also, though, now need to add to it
One.
the whole number I had over here to give me
12.
Are we done?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not so hard? No. All right, ladies and gentlemen, your homework for tonight for math. You guys have a vocab quiz on Schoology. Okay? It's vocab about fractions. All vocab you guys know. Okay? Numerators, denominators, mixed numbers. Okay? Do that first. When you are done with that, then you guys have an I Know It math assignment. You have 12 problems on there. Okay? Remember, I Know It math, if you're going to take longer to work on it, that's okay. But make sure if you're going to take a break then, that you sign out of it. Okay? So it saves your work and you don't have to start over. All right? And then you guys also had math for morning work, if you didn't finish that too. Any questions?
Can you read your notes and know how to spell?
Of course, you can use, for the quiz though. I thought you were going to ask for your homework. Of course, notes for your homework, no notes for your quiz.
But what if we
Okay.
know how to spell me?
You'll be okay. I will go back and regrade your quiz always. Okay, do your best on your spelling. Okay? All right, go ahead and get started, guys.
Math.